for your mama kwaba daily update TV best send number channel so hit adomon subscribe or like share my one pense mi be tie so nye binti jamre ne adaje mu wan sem ni mu tentem ni kuti sema ne de etwagu na tie for hai ensema isi eye nigi sema NDC amanuku ni na yewura John Domani Mahama okupie mu aboso Okai spare pass no dealers for ho na papa yi edwudwa nsemu A to Z yi nsemu pie ne kwan a akufo dodo mafa so a opeso be fix niema na papa no wieye no omobaje ne so na kame se oman endorse papa no papa ni say no ne ho odom papa in kame say je ho odom because ohwe implementation niema papa no edigu akwama omobaje ne so abusu kan spare pass dealers for no e wo ho na ano ede na report no mensa aka report ni me sisi wo ho ni sema GM so di tudwa no mitimo kakra akyerem o say former president John Dramani Mahama proposals regarding fixed rate on the importation of spare parts in Ghana have received significant praise from the Abossey Okai Spare Parts Dealers Association. In a recent statement issued by the association leadership, they expressed their appreciation for Mahama's suggestion, labeling them as a potential game changer for the spare parts industry in the country. The association particularly highlighted Mahama's proposal for the introduction of a fixed rate for spare parts importation, which they believe could play a crucial role in eliminating corruption at the port and protecting the investment of their members. The statement, signed by Techi Ado, head communication for the association, emphasized that fixed rate system will reduce the possibility of collusion among customs officers and ensure a fair and transparent importation process. Moreover, the association commended Mahama's advocacy for banks to assist importers in paying for the clearance of goods from the port, which they believe will contribute to stable investment and sectoral expansion. They also appreciated his initiative to engage with various embassies, including the Korean embassy, to address visa deposit requirements, demonstrating his commitment to fostering a conducive business environment for spare parts dealers. Particularly, the Korean embassy demands an amount of 400,000 Ghana cedis to 600 Ghana cedis, 600,000 Ghana cedis be deposited into account for visas. Additionally, the association welcomed Mahama's decision not to relocate but rather to redevelop the Abossey Okai spare parts hub, believing that this move will enhance the efficiency and sustainability of the hub as Ghana approaches the general election. The association urged its members to remain calm and encourage leaders to carefully evaluate the options presented by political leaders. Apart from statement read, they emphasized the importance of collaborative and informed decision making to serve the best interests of their members and the industry as a whole. The association concluded the statement by expressing its readiness for continued engagement with political leaders to ensure the growth and prosperity of the spare parts dealership sector in Ghana. Native fortunes and summer etimi so our Abossey Okai spare parts dealers no and Mahama in term Ebrana Mahama so de ninsam etudwa na yemongwam yentie nsema ewie no so no amo edeto aso ye ba de ka ho no yenso ye beba abedum
yel fenyi enni nkomo woye educationist akrate me kan na wie ye mo ha amo akwa ba de ba pampas live on Radio Gold 90.5 FM.
Yo mejo so
me ba cho bibi aboko de
yami adom na won square
nyame adom ye ho ye pa yenni nkomo eda no ya woda ene todwa officially say Professor Nana Jino Poko Ajiman, NDC for the second time, John Mahama Abonidi, say Omayan running mate. San Namawa, party ni 2 year no, as educationist. My men so the background no, as a munina more kwansen krumo, send us if I no.
Yo, my men that's it. Na memfa kwenye wetu chia etifunira ene anyone following. Now, of course, we know 2024 elections here, one of the major and sensitive elections now because of the current situation in the education sector. Education is going to be one of the key drivers when it comes to the elections, or key determinants when it comes to the elections. If the president is using that measurement to pick a running mate, I think that is a very strong decision that we made. Now, we always say this, whenever you are picking a running mate, normally two factors are taken into consideration. Number one is either the one who will bring you votes. So you look for somebody who appeals to the people who are likely to win you a lot of votes. Or you look for the one who is an economic person to help you manage the economy. Into Oshe, initially, President Ekufuado, this selection of Baumia, it was purely on economic competence and as an economic background. So Ekufuado felt to say Baumia will come in and help him economically. And the argument at the time, that is somewhere 2008, was that Ghana had challenges in terms of the economy. At the time, the flag bearers, both Ekufuado and Mahama, wanted an economist. Mahama at the time also went in for a Misata, almost not a finance person. However, over the years, we have come to realize that when it comes to the economy, you can actually have an economic management team to take care of that. You may not really necessarily need an economic person as running mate to take care of the economy, because you can still have an economic team, have a finance ministry that can take care of that. Besides, economic experts also have failed us in the performance of Baumia. You get to realize that as an economist, he has failed the nation woefully. Going into the 2024 elections, the economy is not the major driver anymore, because people no longer even trust to say an economist is the best person to run the country. Now, people want the everyday Ghanaian. People want somebody who represents them well. People want somebody who goes to the market, who sees the prices of things. Say, yeah, tomatoes, no what to say, cement, no what to say, in the Mikudi, no what to say. And that everyday Ghanaian is Professor Nano Pokwajiman. She is not an economist. She is that everyday Ghanaian. Okai or market, so she buys on the street. She understands what is going on. Into inflation, exchange rate, and budget deficit, all those economic terms. She is going to talk about a number. She is going to talk about tomatoes number. She is going to talk about what the market woman goes through every day in the market, what the boys goes through every day on the street. And besides that, and also in addition, we know that education has become one of the biggest issues going into the next election. As you mentioned, right from free SHS, we know the challenges are of free SHS, almost compromising the quality. In the sense, almost every parent is aware, say, quality of education delivery in Ghana, especially at the SHS level, I messed up completely. Basic, make a basic from kindergarten, primary, JHS level, because as for them, they don't even have a curriculum. They don't have basic things that they will need to teach. They don't have them. A lot of parents are going to use the status of education to vote, because I don't think parents would want to continue the kind of education system we have now. So in that respect, this is where Nana, Professor Nana Opokwajiman comes in very strongly. She's an educationist. She's a teacher. She has taught at the university level for so many years. She rose to the level of vice chancellor.
I think for concerning about the Nana Opokwajiman statement in his speech or manner, we heard the achievement of Mamina Ninuma Kamese Wabe or Maimohana. Time you appointing a vice chancellor for University of Cape Coast because it easy. Say oba besia timi akọ school edu ekyire na nim de no e kame se ewo esoro paye na I wish say GM own reasons in Tibia utimi appoint my minister or men running mate even though it's empowering women movement say ne be a bit may encourage other women so omoto etimi participate
maybe or child and maybe or child na university or be vice chancellor no. It's an education university, University of Cape Coast, education, the first education university of the country, where we're producing teachers. And then over the years, vice chancellor. And so she also became the minister for education. Internal education, one yoma into 2 years, say, yet teachers are say, yet say, the free SHS, the quality of education, access to education, this woman understands it to the core. And so fronting her or bringing her to that level, vice presidential level, where she may have to spearhead reforms in education, and now where she has to spearhead changes or renovations in education sector, that becomes important. At least it sends a message, a strong message to parents. It sends a strong message to Ghanaians that the NDC prioritizes education, the NDC values education, the NDC respects education, and the NDC is committed to making education better, to the point that they have even selected a vice president whose major focus is the education sector. So in that respect, the nomination of Professor Opokwajiman is in the right direction, and people will be expecting her to change the face of education in Ghana.
I see. But mama no unim ne kakra as an educationist unim ne kakra na unim wo kwan ben so the credentials of the gudwa babia wa ye adwuma na ye kita no unim ne kakra.
Yes, definitely. As somebody me interest and my research focus in a year into the education sector. No? Of course, I have seen her, observed her, followed her closely, right from the time she was teaching at the University of Cape Coast to becoming the head of English department, rising to the dean of the art faculty, to the vice chancellor, and to the Ministry of Education. And of course, over the years, so she brings some strong qualities to the table. Let's look at some of these qualities. Number one, a scandal. The woman, all this period, has been able to carry herself so well that you can't find a single scandal or controversy around her. And that is one of the important qualities Ghanaians will be looking out for going into the next elections. The current education ministry, there's a lot of fraud, there's a lot of scandal, there's a lot of thievery going on in the sector. Let me give you one of them. How can a whole education minister, Dr. Yao Edichum, go to parliament and tell parliamentarians, in other words, tell Ghanaians, that he has used 68.5 billion cedis to print past questions? No, make photocopies of past questions.
That's 68.5 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
So in terms, we are talking about 680 billion cedis.
Yes.
Or they are printed photocopies of past questions. Yeah.
Yes. Look at this amount of money. This money can build a lot of schools. This money can change, can introduce curriculum to the basic schools. It can bring textbooks to the basic schools. He chose to ignore all of them and use this money to print or photocopy past questions. That is number one. Number two, at a point, all Ghanaian teachers at the basic and senior high school levels were deducted money. Say you did the laptop and you did the laptop and more.
Yeah.
As I talk to you right now, almost half of this number of teachers have not received the laptop. In fact, those who have also received it in class, some of them already have said because laptop and never pass. Okay, but over time, under Professor Okai, she distributed laptops to teachers for free. Even at that time, teachers were complaining the laptops were not of quality, but it was for free, complete free. If you know, the way Professor Okai, when she was in position, you get to realize not only this kind of rough form, there was no scandal about her. That is number one. Number two, she avoids controversy. So as I talk to you right now, there's no single controversy about the woman. In other words, so Gina platform or Kasa, she uses very decent language. She avoids language that every controversy about unnecessary tension. She avoids all those things. In fact, as we talk right now, this woman has held a lot of sensitive positions to the level of vice chancellor position. But as I talk to you right now, we still don't have any single controversial thing against her name. These are qualities that she brings to the table. Or at least for those of us who have observed her closely and who have watched her over the period, these are qualities that we believe at the political landscape in the country. Because we are not expecting a lot of controversy. We are not expecting people who can waste a lot of money over unnecessary things. The next one is honesty and integrity. The woman has a lot of honesty. You can question her about so many things. You can choose to argue with her. You can even choose not to believe some of the things she says. But the truth is that you can never say she has lied before. In fact, of all the controversies around, even the NPP cannot say this thing the woman said she was lying, or this thing the woman did she was lying. So lying is out. Meanwhile, you and I would agree that Baumia as vice president, there are so many things he has lied about. There are so many things that Okai Ghanaians were expecting him to come and deliver. He has not delivered to that expectation or to that level. So the woman comes to the table with a lot of truthfulness. So I don't know, one of the catch or say one, and you two of the catch or say you two. On the Yakukwasa, Bia, on the data. And as I said, going into the next elections, these are the qualities Ghanaians are looking out for. Honesty, truthfulness, no scandals, no controversies. Somebody who will be honest with Ghanaians, who will tell them the truth. That if there's one CD in our coffers, it is one CD. So Ghanaians, if they are member as vice president, I'm about to say 100 Ghana in the office, 100 Ghana as vice president, maybe say medical school, and village, and after the person maybe school for this district. That is how the woman is. She tells you what she has, she tells you what she wants to do with it, and then every Ghanaian can follow what she is doing. But the current regime, you don't really know what they are doing. Today they are doing this, the next day they are doing this. Today they will tell you we are going to build a cathedral, they won't build it. The next day they will come and tell you we are going to build one agenda, 111. They won't build a single hospital. Just say lies upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. But Professor Nanu Pukwajima's regime comes with a lot of truthfulness. She will tell you exactly what is happening and what is.
I think for the master some of the broad daily update TV versus a comment section where more than one leave a comment. Notification bell no click so see drop any latest content. Also on Sa Ebekabi Edomasi Akroma.